Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We are very excited. The weekend is here, but they're also... If you've got some time this weekend, please do yourself a favour and watch The History of the Wiggles, a documentary which is available to watch now on Prime Video. It's called Hot Potato, The Story of the Wiggles. We needed to talk about this a little bit more, and we've got Anthony Field and Murray Cook in the studio.
Talk about rock stars.
How many years, Anthony, from the first conversation? Was that with your brother? Was that the first conversation with the Wiggles, or how far back are we talking?
Oh no, it was at Institute of Early Childhood Studies. Actually, first conversations were with Murray, and
Gotcha.
It was probably just with Murray.
Yeah. To start with, because we were in the same year and we played music.
We did assignments together. You do group assignments, and I drove Murray nuts because Murray's
drove you nuts too.
Murray's a very wants to have it all worked out. Where I go, come on, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So and that's been our working relationship forever.
So when are we talking here? Is that late 80s, early 90s?
90s.
But it didn't work at first, did it? Did it take a while to get into it, or at first were there moments where you were going to leave it, or?
Oh no, it worked because all we were doing was playing to 4 people or 5 people or a local party in the eastern suburbs in Randwick or something, and that worked.
What about celebrities that have been in the crowd? Who have you had at your gigs?
Oh, we've had amazing people come to the gigs. Chris Rock came to the show in New York, and he booked out a whole row so people wouldn't bother him. But we figured that's crazy because everyone's looking at him.
Who's the guy in the row by himself with his kids?
We had Ricky Lake. Do you remember Ricky Lake?
De Niro, Jerry Seinfeld.
No way.
De Niro.
Kobe Bryant came a couple of times. He's a lovely man, and he was a lovely man. And Shaquille.
Gosh, so you've got
something like that. Yeah.
Do you get told this before you go out to perform, or no?
Quite often we'd meet them beforehand.
Yeah.
They'd come back, bring their kids back.
I'll tell you a classic. One time, by the way, Paul Paddock, who's Captain Feathersword, he's still there. Yeah. So me and him bore everybody with reminiscings. We're always reminiscing.
Yeah, I love that.
One time, I heard, and I misheard it, that Cyndi Lauper was in the audience. And I said, because Paddy's captain, he loves Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford.
No, it was Cyndi Lauper.
Okay.
Cyndi Lauper. I said Cyndi Lauper's in the audience. And everyone's going, oh, that's great. Girls who want to have fun. But it was Cindy Crawford. And Paddy loves Cindy.
Isn't that great?
And you have to pretend that, life's normal. That we had one of the Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Ginger Spice came to a show in the UK.
Oh, Jerry.
And not having a go, and she's very busy, but she spent a whole time on the phone.
Can I ask, the pointing of the fingers, I don't think that everybody knows that was designed especially so it was very clear where everybody's hands were.
That was the secondary.
Was that true?
Yeah, it is true. Because being men in preschool, you know where our hands are, but that's very serious. Like
it is.
So keep the old hands up.
Has to be
wiggly
considered.
fingers.
What was the first reason? Is there another reason?
Well, we were on tour in somewhere out back somewhere, and we had a day off, and there wasn't much to do wherever we were, so we were all watching TV
together.
And these we saw 10-pin bowling. I think it was on the ABC, a 10-pin bowling match, and these two guys, whenever they got a strike,
and they were from Adelaide.
Yes, they were.
They were from Adelaide.
And I can't remember now, but Greg remembers their names. Brenton and Silvano.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there, we've got a lot to thank you for. So every time they got a strike, they'd turn to each other and do what now is the wiggly fingers. And we all thought
it was Murray who
I just did it on stage. I started doing it on stage, and everyone copied it. Yeah, and I kicked the leg out as well. That was my addition, and it just stuck.
If it's been 30-odd years, you'd think that nothing would take you out of your comfort zone, but we are today because we're rapping.
That's not great.
It's not great. You boys are up against...
I wish Johnny was here. He'd be doing
Johnny Justice Crew.
It's a high, but we're going to do our best.
Yeah, we're going to do old man rap.
Okay. I like that. Don't go anywhere. Old man rap. Whipper versus the Wiggles next.
Fitzy and Whipper and Kate Ritchie. I love it when you rap battle on Friday. money. Don't know how much that whipper weighs. Ask her later on at the buffet.
Anthony Murray, you are our guest. So do you want to rap first or do you want Whipper to rap first?
Oh, I reckon Whipper.
Whipper.
We want to see how it's done.
Look at him. I don't think I've got enough time to practice.
Come on, mate.
I don't think
Let's
I got.
do this.
Did you guys heard me practice?
Come on, here we go. Here we go.
Anthony and Murray go together like milk and honey. Fitzy, Whipper and Kate more like sticky date. Two old blokes in skivvies don't try to squabble. This is the Wiggles, not the bloody Wobbles. Sorry, this is my official. Welcome to the show. Didn't turn up today to take it slow. Forget your hot pop and popcorn in the big red car. We don't need a countdown. We know who we are. Who designed those flammable shiny black pants? I keep thinking hot potatoes when you have to dance. Have those pants ever caught on fire? They're starting to smoke. Roasted potatoes on stage. That's not a joke. Ouch! Murray is burnt. Anthony, you're the big dog in the prison yard. You've been here since day one and paying off the guards. But it's jelly on the plate that won't give you the win. Wibble, wobble, wibble. You don't even sing.
That's hard.
We revealed that on this show.
Hey, Murray, wouldn't mind seeing you do the propeller. Take off your skivvy and do some a cappella. But I think you're the finest of all the men. Well, is that all right, or did you want me to begin again?
He's good. He's good.
Oh, he's good. Your words, Murray.
Oh, Patella's my favourite.
That actually wasn't too bad.
It wasn't a
mate,
disaster.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Oh, a couple of deep breaths, but we got through it.
All right, Anthony Murray, your turn to step up, boys. Let's do this.
Look, he's got his glasses.
Oh, go,
He's got his glasses.
Yes, the Wiggles OG are still kicking, but your radio show's more like a dinosaur exhibition. Sure, the wheels on the bus go round and round, but they're driving Fitzy to the nursing home compound.
Good one.
So the big red car has gone electric, and Fitzy's knees, they're looking hectic. Under the skivvies, we're just normal blokes, but we're still younger than Fitzy's jokes.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
And Whipper, we could lend you a skivvy, of course, but very quickly it'll be stained with pasta sauce. Sadly, he's been saying no to the fruit salad. Is it hard to find the health food in that palace?
Have some veggies whipped for your palate. Put down the burger, pick up a carrot. His food bill's bigger than his mortgage. And soon Lisa's putting all your stuff in storage.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good.
But Whip, we love you with all your back hair, so before we go, can we please use you for Rockabye Your Bear?
Kate Ritchie. There can only be one winner, Kate Ritchie. She's crying with laughter.
It has to be Anthony and Murray.
I don't know.
I like the wibble wobble.
Yeah.
I like the reference to propeller because that's my favourite.
That was me.
So good. Obviously, you can still go see the Wiggles, but if you want to go and watch the history of the Wiggles, Hot Potato, the story of the Wiggles, available to watch now on Prime Video, and that rap will be up on our Instagram account right now if you want to go check it out.
Can I just throw in one last thing? From everybody that knows the Wiggles and from so many members of the community, I want to say thank you because I know how much time you guys give to charity and the unbelievable work that you've done over the years.
Oh, thanks, Whip.
That's
Lovely.
going to
Thank
make
you.
me
You're very,
emotional.
very generous with your time and you give a lot. So thank you guys.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thanks, team.
Good on you,
guys.
boys.
Yeah.
Yep, check it out this weekend. Anthony Murray, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Team.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.